Coach, pretty good job after losing your best player to win some games and kind of stay together.
Yeah, losing Missy was a big blow, and we had talked to our team all season about how we felt our depth was good, but I don't think that's quite what we were talking about, because no one else can do quite what she does, because she brings everything. So we have been very, very proud of the team. They've worked hard. We've made a lot of adjustments, a lot of lineup changes from week to week to kind of match up with teams, and very happy to be in a position to maybe finish high as third without Missy in the lineup.
We talk about, tournament, you're obviously not going to be able to win a regular season title, but do you feel like you can still make a run?
I think that anyone from 6 or 7 on up could win the tournament. It's very balanced this year. I know Milwaukee's played very well with only 1 loss. But right from the beginning of the season, that's what we were talking about. We weren't talking about winning a regular season title. We were talking about winning the tournament title. Even though we have 7 seniors, we felt we weren't quite where we needed to be to win every weekend, every match, the kind of run. But for a weekend, we know we can compete with anyone. Beating Valpo on the road, and we've been very good on the road. So that's very exciting going in. But we feel like nobody... there's no one in the conference that can't be beat this late in the season.
Can you just talk about setting the school record for Horizon League wins?
Well, we're excited about that, but we talked about that too. We just didn't want to. There were a lot of things we talked about going into the season. One was just not squeezing into the tournament, or not just getting one victory more to set a school record. It really was about getting to the tournament with enough momentum and enough faith in ourselves that we could win the conference tournament. So that's why we're happy that we got past 6. When we lost to UIC on Friday, I know the team was devastated, so to bounce back and beat Valpo was something that we needed to do. And hopefully they're not satisfied with 7 wins. Hopefully they'd like to get to 8 or 9. And this weekend will be challenging with Green Bay, who's tied with us for 3rd, and Milwaukee, who's obviously leading the conference. But I think this team of seniors is very committed. I know they all stayed over the summer to train. It's the most kids we've had stay on campus over the summer, and they just did a lot of things above and beyond on their own, because it was very important to them to finish well, especially with the way they started their freshman and sophomore years. I think they wanted to prove on the way out that they had what it takes, and they're definitely athletic enough, and they finally have started doing things with enough urgency over the summer that they've earned this. So I'm very happy for them.
Coach, since Missy got hurt, is there anyone that's been stepping it up a little bit?
Lexi Egler has really stepped up her game a lot, and she really needed to, because she's one of our other all-around players, and I think she's done a great job of carrying a little heavier load offensively, defensively a little heavier load, and our setter, Casey DeAmbrose, has had to step up, because without Missy, who was our go-to person, she's had to find ways to get out of situations that in the past it was just, hey, find Missy, get her the ball, and we'll live and die on that. And that's not the case anymore. She has to be a little more creative with what we're doing. So I think those 2 have stepped up. And then Jenna Kavanaugh, she started out very slow this year, and I think having to carry the extra pressure with Missy gone, she's done a great job with that, blocking and hitting. So she's carried a little large load. So all 3 of those have done a really nice job stepping up.
Coach, what we're going to get next year is football, and that coach will come in and tell us what he saw in film as far as these opponents go. How much film breakdown does a volleyball coach have to do?
We do a lot. I started watching film on the bus ride home from Valpo, because everything's available nowadays with the world we live in. So we spend a lot of time watching film, scouting it, breaking down. The staff does a lot more than the players do. The players, we kind of just give them what we feel like they need to know. But for us, it's so we're very familiar with the team and coming up with a strategy going in. Every team, just like in football, has their tendencies and the things that they do well. And so we think the film helps, but it still comes down to, we know what they're going to do, but you have to execute and stop it. They know what we're going to do, and it does come down to execution. But I've spent most of my bus ride home and most of my Sundays and Mondays watching film. And my staff also. They generally do the scouting reports, and then they feed them to me, and I confirm them or throw them out. So